Once upon a time, in a kingdom nestled between rolling hills and lush forests, there lived a 3-year-old little princess named Rosalind. She was a bright and curious child with golden curls that danced in the sunlight like spun gold. Rosalind's laughter could light up an entire room, and her spirit was as untamed as the wind that rustled through the leaves of the ancient trees in the royal gardens. In this same kingdom, there was a renowned juggler named Jack. He was known far and wide for his extraordinary skill with balls, rings, and flaming torches. His performances were mesmerizing, and people from neighboring kingdoms would travel for days just to witness his dazzling shows. Jack was a tall, lanky man with a twinkle in his eye and a heart filled with wanderlust. He had traveled the world, honing his craft and collecting stories from every corner of the realm. One sunny morning, as Rosalind was playing in the royal gardens with her beloved golden retriever, Max, she heard the distant sound of laughter and applause. Intrigued, she followed the joyful commotion to the courtyard, where a crowd had gathered around a makeshift stage. At the center of the stage was Jack, juggling a rainbow of colored balls with effortless grace. Rosalind's eyes widened in wonder as she watched the balls float through the air, seemingly defying gravity. She clapped her tiny hands and cheered along with the crowd. Jack noticed the little princess and, with a flourish, tossed one of the balls high into the air, making it disappear momentarily before catching it behind his back. The audience gasped in amazement, and Rosalind giggled with delight. She toddled closer to the stage, her eyes fixed on Jack's every move. Jack couldn't help but smile at the adorable little princess, her golden curls bouncing as she clapped her hands with pure joy. After his performance, Jack approached the princess and gracefully bowed. "Your Highness, it is an honor to perform for you," he said, his voice warm and melodious. Rosalind curtsied as best as her tiny legs could manage and replied, "You're amazing. Can you teach me how to do that?" Jack chuckled, charmed by the princess's enthusiasm. "Juggling is not something you can learn in a day, my dear princess, but I can show you the basics if you like." Rosalind's eyes sparkled with excitement. "Yes, please," she exclaimed. From that day on, a unique bond began to form between the little princess and the juggler. Jack became a regular visitor to the royal palace, and he would spend hours teaching Rosalind the art of juggling. He started with simple exercises, using soft, colorful scarves instead of balls to ensure her safety. Rosalind proved to be a quick learner, and her determination knew no bounds. She practiced tirelessly, even when her tiny arms grew tired and her golden curls were damp with sweat. Jack marveled at her spirit and dedication, and he couldn't help but see a bit of himself in the young princess. As the weeks turned into months, Rosalind's juggling skills improved by leaps and bounds. She could juggle 3 scarves with ease and was starting to learn the more advanced techniques. Her laughter echoed through the palace corridors as she practiced, and it brought joy to the hearts of all who heard it. But it wasn't just juggling that Rosalind and Jack shared. They became fast friends, and Jack would regale the princess with tales of his adventures and the fascinating people he had met during his travels. Rosalind, in turn, would share her dreams and aspirations, her eyes filled with wonder and hope. One warm summer evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and painted the sky in hues of pink and gold, Rosalind sat on a velvet cushion in the royal garden, juggling her scarves while Jack looked on with pride. The audience consisted of the royal court, servants, and a few lucky townsfolk who had been invited to witness the princess's progress. Rosalind performed flawlessly, her scarves dancing in the fading light like ethereal butterflies. The crowd erupted in applause, and Rosalind's heart swelled with happiness. She looked at Jack, her eyes shining with gratitude. "Thank you for teaching me, Jack," she said, her voice filled with sincerity. Jack smiled warmly at the young princess. Passing day, and their friendship became the stuff of legend in the kingdom. The people adored the sight of the little princess and the humble juggler laughing together, and their story inspired young and old alike. As the years went by, Rosalind's juggling skills continued to flourish. She had moved on from scarves to juggling balls and had even mastered the art of juggling flaming torches, much to the amazement of her subjects. The kingdom's annual fair became a highlight of the year, as Rosalind and Jack would perform their dazzling juggling act, leaving the crowd breathless and cheering for more. But it wasn't just Rosalind's juggling that made her beloved by the people. She possessed a kind heart and a compassionate spirit, traits that she had inherited from her parents, the king and queen. Rosalind used her newfound skills to entertain the children of the kingdom, visiting orphanages and hospitals, bringing joy and laughter to those in need. Jack, too, continued to travel and perform, but he always made sure to return to the kingdom whenever he could. He had become a trusted friend and advisor to the royal family, offering his wisdom and guidance on matters both big and small. One day, as Rosalind and Jack sat in the royal garden, sipping tea and watching the sunset, Rosalind turned to her dear friend with a thoughtful expression. "Jack, I've been thinking," she began. Jack raised an eyebrow, curious. "What's on your mind, princess?" "I want to do something special for the kingdom, something that will make a lasting impact," Rosalind said earnestly. Jack nodded in agreement. "That's a noble ambition, Rosalind. What do you have in mind?" Rosalind's eyes sparkled with determination. "I want to host a grand juggling festival, a celebration of talent and creativity from all corners of the realm. It will be a chance for jugglers, acrobats, and performers of all kinds to showcase their skills and share their stories with the world." Jack's heart swelled with pride for the young princess. "That's a wonderful idea, Rosalind. I will help you make it a reality." And so, the preparations for the grand juggling festival began. Rosalind and Jack sent out invitations to jugglers and performers far and wide, and the response was overwhelming. Jugglers from neighboring kingdoms and distant lands arrived in the kingdom, each with their unique style and mesmerizing tricks. The festival was a sight to behold, with colorful tents and stalls lining the palace courtyard. Jugglers performed gravity-defying acts, acrobats soared through the air, and fire dancers illuminated the night with their fiery displays. The kingdom buzzed with excitement as people from all walks of life came to witness the spectacle. But the highlight of the festival was, without a doubt, Rosalind and Jack's joint performance. As the night fell and the stars lit up the sky, the duo took the stage, their eyes filled with determination and passion. Rosalind juggled balls of fire, her movements fluid and graceful, while Jack balanced on a tightrope, juggling flaming torches with unmatched precision. The crowd held its breath, captivated by the dance, casting a warm, golden glow on Rosalind's face as she twirled and spun. Jack's eyes never wavered from his torches as he executed intricate patterns, his balance unwavering even in the face of danger. When the performance reached its climax, Rosalind tossed a flaming torch high into the air, and Jack caught it with perfect timing, the flames creating a dazzling display against the night sky. The audience erupted into thunderous applause, their cheers echoing through the kingdom like a symphony of joy. As Rosalind and Jack took their final bow, hand in hand, they knew they had created something truly magical. The Grand Juggling Festival became an annual tradition in the kingdom, a celebration of talent, friendship, and the unyielding spirit of humanity. And so, the little princess and the juggler continued to inspire generations with their extraordinary skills and unwavering friendship. Their story spread far and wide, carried by the whispers of the wind and the laughter of children. In the heart of the kingdom, a statue was erected in their honor, immortalizing their bond for all eternity. And as the years passed, the tale of the 3-year-old little princess and the juggler became a legend, reminding the world that no dream was too big, no friendship too unlikely, and no feat too extraordinary, as long as one dared to believe in the magic within their hearts.